Thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by and take a look at Cherwell Service Management's change management process using Cherwell Service Management Solution. Using change management helps you to ensure that standardized methods and procedures are used for any changes that may happen. Just real quickly here, we're going to take a look at what it would look like to go through a typical change request. We encourage you and ask you to take part in one of our upcoming webinars to see a more detailed look at what a change would look like. As a change manager, you obviously are an important part of the process in making sure that you manage the filters for the request and conduct all the information that is needed to get an accurate assessment of what's going on. One of the first things I'll need to do is to find who my requester is. We'll just use someone here we'll say from the executive team. So Andrew says that we're going to perhaps replace printers, or replace computers. So we're going to replace computers throughout our company and get rid of old Optiplex GX 260s and replace with newer ones. And our service for that, you notice we do have a built-in spell checker there, will be desktop management, and this is a major impact and it has a high priority, maybe even the highest since he is from executive, and we're going to be removing a CI and introducing a new CI or configuration item. One of the things as a change manager you also want to do is do a risk analysis. Is this mission or business critical? And you notice as I do the risk analysis, it starts off obviously as low, but as I keep adding more, just like ITIL would say, my risk begins to go up. So if it requires an actual outage, or maybe it's not during the normal maintenance window, you notice how my risk continues to increase. And as I decrease it, my risk analysis decreases it. I can go through here now and come up with when I would like to start that. Right now my goal would be to do it during the Christmas break when most of my staff are not around, so we assume that it's going to start on the 29th and it will run through the 5th. I also can come in here and pick my different roles. So who are going to be the different people who are actually going to come in here and review this. So my support reviewer, my financial reviewer, I might not need everybody on here, but there might be certain people that I need. So obviously, support reviewer, that will need to be someone from my service desk. So I might pick Piper for that. My financial reviewer, which will be important, might be somebody from the financial team. Perhaps the technical and QA I don't need for this particular implementation, but I do need my security reviewer in there as well. One of the other things I want to do is I will want to actually come up and figure out the cost for my new item. So I might come in here and we'll come in here and we will create a new tool cost, and we'll just say, I'm just going to obviously make stuff up, but we're just going to say the Optiplex, and they cost me $400, and we're going to do 30 of those, so for a cost of $12,000. I may also have in here my labor costs, and it's going to take one of my technicians, Barry, and it will take him, I don't know, 30 hours, we'll just say right now, the cost of $30 an hour. Notice with our aggregate function, I can right away have in here my cost summary so that when my approvers come in, they'll be able to actually know exactly how much these items are going to cost. My technical review might come in here and look at the impact of it, that it's, or the necessity of it, not a huge necessity. Maybe we can get by with what we have, or it's very feasible. But I can come in here and I can create all of the information. The impact that it would have is, loss of old data. I don't know. I'm just putting something in there that I could actually go through. Under my approval process, we actually have a completely customized approval process for you to be able to walk through. You can have your specific, if you have a smaller organization or company, you may have specific approval processes where you pick a particular approver, or you may have an actual approval team. Our approval process does allow you to create individual ones, or to actually come out here and in our back end to customize and create your approval process. Like for example, network, I'll just take a look at that right now. And so I can come in here and I can pick my trigger conditions, who my approvers will be, and what actions take place after the either has been denied or time runs out or approved. So you have complete control over your approval process and can customize it to meet your specific needs. Obviously, under the configuration items, we integrate with the CMDB, so I would need to go out here under my computer, and I would need to find my Optiplex. Let's find the Optiplex GX260, and we'll see out of my 776 records, I've got 336, and so, I don't know, I'll just pick some here for right now. We'll just bring in this slot here. Whoop, let's not bring in that many. Let's go up a little bit higher here. We've got too many there. So we'll just go there. And I've got 12 of them for right now. So all of my records have automatically been attached there. And now when my team comes in to approve, you'll see that they have the information that they need. So they can see the costs that are associated with it. I have my approvals. I have all of my CIs. They can actually go out there, take a look at those CIs to determine if that's something that they want to be able to do, especially if it was just one particular CI. But I have all the information that I need right here to be able now to present to my change approval board. Let's assume that it goes through its whole process and gets approved. I may want to then go ahead and schedule it for my change. And so I'll put it on the change forward calendar. And when I do, one of the things that I find out, I didn't have my status in there. It was accepted. There we go. So now when I go ahead and do my change forward calendar, what we'll notice is my release will come up there in just 1 second, or I'm sorry, my change will come up in just a second here, and I'll be able to go in there and be able to see all of my changes that I have. So it takes just a minute for that to load, and as soon as that loads, we'll take a look at that particular change as it becomes available to me. So I can right away either just click on a day here and I can see it for the day, or I can actually come in here. I can come in here and see it as a timeline view, because what we may realize is that, oh, we have another change request going on. Let's take a look at that change request. And what we realize when we open up that change request and take a look at it is that this is a router that's being upgraded, and so we can't do that at the exact same time. So maybe what we decide to do then is we can actually make the changes. And as you'll notice, I may say, okay, we will have to, push that back. And so maybe I will move my time frame around a little bit, and maybe we'll say, you know what, we're just going to have to start it on that Friday. So we're going to have to do that so that we can come in here and move our change. And one of the things that you'll notice once we've done that is that as soon as I go back out there and I look at that particular change that's there, what I notice right away is that change has automatically been updated exactly to meet my particular needs. And so we'll see here that the start date and the end date have both been changed to meet up with the particular criteria that we had in there. So again, with Cherwell Service Management Solution, we allow you to be able to integrate your change with incident, problem, and release. And with our built-in ITIL Ready functionality, it allows you out of the box to begin using Cherwell Service Management to be able to bring about the changes in a uniformed and standardized way throughout your entire company. Thank you for taking a look at Cherwell Service Management Solution. Please take some time to join us for one of our in-depth webinar looks at change management, the greatest ROI of ITIL. Thank you and have a great day.